What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be an extremely special video because we are talking about one of the most hot topics in photography. Yeah, I'm taking a break a little from my cycling and talking about photography on this video. Now what the exact subject is e-commerce product photography. Now a lot of you have been picking up cameras, and the simplest, most easiest way to start earning money out of photography is by doing e-commerce product shoots. It is actually one of the most difficult things to do, is to make a mundane subject look attractive. Okay, now there are a number of rules or parameters set by different companies like Amazon or like a Myntra or any other Flipkart or any other online sales brand. Okay, so they send me like a parameter spec sheet which says that this has to be done, it has to be done like this, it has to be done like that. Now what is common amongst all these things is your product has to be shot against a white background without any shadows. Okay, now the challenge is to add very subtle shadows to make your product look three-dimensional. At the same time, it should be very easy to cut out and paste on a different white background. So I'm going to walk you guys through a couple of steps that I do, and this is going to be a video focused on the cheapest possible way to do this. So you do not need a studio. As you can see, the place is an absolute mess as of now. I've just shifted into this place and I've hardly had the time to get stuff sorted. I have a table which is there. I will show you setting it up and how I do that stuff as well. And I'm using a ring light right now to shoot this particular video, and this is done on my Fuji X-A7. Okay, so you're going to require basic equipment. Everybody does need a camera. It really does not need a very professional camera or anything like that. Any normal digital SLR or any camera with a medium amount of quality is good enough, because you're going to be dropping the image quality size. Okay, in case of any doubts or anything like that during this video, please do leave a comment in the comment section below, and I will definitely give you feedback on how best to go about this. Okay, I'm going to stop talking now and I'm going to go set this thing up. We are going to be using chart paper because we are keeping this on a tight budget. That is the table that we are going to be using. Any normal white chart paper is good enough to knock this off. Any normal white chart paper. We do not want any harsh edges on it, or we do not want any very sharp angles breaking the background. So it's going to be a smooth, flowy background. Had to go get some local sellotape and a pair of scissors. Be careful, you do not want to chip off your wall while sticking this. So use like a normal tape. Okay, so remember, during this part while you're sticking it, you have to make sure what size your product is. The products I am dealing with today are not really that tall. They're pretty tiny products. I'll show you guys in a bit. But it depends on the size exactly. So if you guys were shooting slightly taller products, you are definitely going to need this background to be a lot higher. 12:30 in the night right now when I'm shooting this video, and we don't really have the time to wait all the way till the morning to get this done. So this is the rough setup of how it looks. You see that cove there? That is what you see, that cove that was happening. That is what will enable you to get those absolutely smooth shadows even in the background, so you don't have any harsh edges. So just in case you do want to use the shadow at a later on point of time, you can still use it. Okay, so the client that I am shooting this for today is a brand called Allured by Nature. Okay, these guys manufacture, let me get this out. These guys manufacture the coolest looking soaps. Yeah. So another thing that you might want to keep in mind is you are bound to have a lot of white products Okay, so you're going to be shooting white against white. So it's important not to get the detailing on the edges lost, otherwise you're never going to figure out where to cut. Because even after cutting, you are going to be placing it on a white background. You have to have the shadows perfect. One thing you are definitely going to need is a slightly powerful light. So in this case, I'm using the Elinchrom Master Series RX, which enables me to go to a much higher f-stop, which gives me a much larger depth of field. So the products look a little more crisp, a little more sharp. They don't fade out on the edges. So while you're cutting them out as well, your edges look just about right. Okay, so at this point of time, what you can do is put your hand in front of the light to see if you do have any harsh shadows on your hand. You can use the front or the back of your hand, it really doesn't matter. If there are any harsh shadows is when you know that your light is not working. As long as you have a nice 3D molded wraparound around your hand itself, you know that your products are going to be in focus. Okay, now at the same time, if you have noticed, I have positioned my light at a slight angle at about not exactly a right angle or not exactly straight pointing at the product, somewhere in between. Again, it depends on what exactly your product is. In this case, since we are shooting soap bars and we are shooting very tiny bottles, I think this light works absolutely fine. So I use the Canon 5D Mark IV with the 24-105. This is the first generation 24-105. It still does its job absolutely perfectly. At this point of time, you need to make a call whether you want to mount this on a tripod so that this stays absolutely straight and then you can keep moving your product around. I prefer just shooting it handheld. So this is my Sikonic light meter that I use. I bought this when I was doing my masters in photography. It has been with me for almost 8, 9, maybe even 10 years, and it is an absolute workhorse. Okay, so if you guys do want to know more about this light meter, just leave a comment in the comment below and I'll do like a video only for your light meter. I tend to use a pencil or a pen to just mark around the product a little bit. Okay, so you see all those details in there. That's what we are going to try to capture as much as possible. About 8 products down, 12 more to go, and it is soaps all the way. Okay, so sometimes these products do not stand exactly the way you want them to stand. So this is where Indian jugaad comes into place. So certain products are definitely different by nature. Some are more glossy, some are more matte finish, some just have a lot more transparent nature to them. So feel free to move this light around, see which angle suits the product better. Don't constrain yourself to just one particular angle. Move it around and see what works best for the product itself. These are called mood enhancers. It enhances your mood. So I'm down to the last product now and it is time to wrap up after that. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. Also, if you do have any questions, please leave a comment in the comment section below. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel. It definitely helps my channel grow and motivate me to create more content for you guys. So this is me signing out. Hope you had a lot of fun with this. Good night guys. Take care.